This is Minecraft Terralith, and it is absolutely breathtaking. It's a mod that overhauls generation and creates a lot of unique biomes and structures. And it's where we're going to start our adventure. We also have Croptopia installed, which allows for a lot of unique and new fruit and vegetables, and just generally food, along with some new utensils to cook with them, of all things. But I think that's enough of an intro. Let's get into the game itself, shall we? Hello and welcome to our Croptopia Terralith world, where we are trapped. Hello, kitty. Well, we're not trapped, but we don't know how we got here. And we're going to survive and thrive. That's the plan. I'll give you a quick tour of what we've already done. Starting with this building. In the morning, anyway. I feel very out of place, like I am a literal fish and I am being stared at by cats. I am getting out of this place quick. Oh yeah, new world, new life. And we are excited to thrive. Welcome to Spawn Island, which I don't think we really have a name for yet. It is where we live. And as you can see, the world generation is absolutely beautiful over here. We did build all these bridges by hand and all this area by hand in survival as well. Oh, didn't realise someone had already built a sugarcane farm. Now I'm getting distracted. Right, so yes, let me introduce you to a few of the new crops. We've got radish. We've got tomatillo. And a plethora of others. I'm not going to go into them all, simply because we are going to go on a collecting adventure, you and me, eventually, around these parts. But, as you can see, there's a lot of new crops. A few new tools as well. But mostly it's crops, tools and food, which I do believe Star and Ferocity will be setting up a bakery at some point. And whenever Star and Ferocity are about, there's always chaos, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, down here we have kind of the main hub of the base, with this lovely little elevator down here. A few librarians with useful enchantments. Just a few, we don't want to go too far. This nifty little elevator into a little bit of a villager food area and villager breeder. Yes, I have to reset the elevator. Silly me. There we go. And I'll take you around to where I'm holed up at the moment. Quite literally, holed up. I've decided to dig myself a burrow over in this little Sakura Grove. We did have another portal which I decorated and it was awful, so we tore it down and we're still deciding what we're going to do with it. Honestly, I'm glad I wasn't recording at that point. It wasn't my best day, shall we say. There we go. Into my little grove, my little nook, you could call it, where we have a trapped ocelot. We have our pet birdie. I haven't named him yet, but it's Birdie. Don't quite have a name. This was literally just this is where I'm plonking my blocks area. And so I paid homage to that by just shoving a bunch of random blocks in. Nothing to do with lack of creativity in building or anything, but that is our shed. It was originally like our camping spot, but now it's our shed. Now that we've moved into this little holding. Oh, that's just poppies. A little bit of storage, we don't need too much. We've already got our ender chest set up. We haven't been to the end yet, that's something we'll discuss. We've got our Neil Diamond over here. We've also got bundles, which are very useful, and sleeping bags, which are also very useful. Now these sleeping bags, what they allow you to do basically is take it with you and you don't reset your spawn when you sleep. Very, very useful. And through here we have a bunch of sheep, which to be fair I could probably feed up again. Yep, because we're going to need an awful lot of wool for our first build, which may be today, maybe another time, because we're about to go flatten some land. And I'll probably time lapse that and talk to you about what we're doing. We'll see. But yes, I also set up, one of the first things I set up was this iron farm, which, because there's a few people online most times, it is running ridiculous. I mean, already, I don't know how long that's been since I last did it, but we've already got this, so yeah. Anyway, I'll take you back out to this little area, which Silent has already flattened completely to decide what she's going to be doing with her build, and mine is going to be up here. So, a time lapse later, and I'll be back. Yeah, I may have digged out a little bit more, just a little bit more than that video led on to. But this is going to be the base of the build, and we are going to be building a pagoda. More specifically, an early game style pagoda where we don't actually need that many fancy blocks, mostly the prismarine, to be honest. Now, I'll link down the video I've used. It's by Arcadum, or Arcadum, I'm not quite sure of the pronunciation, but it was a very good tutorial. The only thing I'd have liked maybe is item count, but it's not too important, and I don't think I'm going to build it just as big or with the same colour palette because I've got very easy access to mangrove, but the style is going to be exactly the same, and the video will be linked down in the description if you want to build it yourself, because I'm just going to time-lapse it when I'm ready. But first of all, I'm going to need quite a large resource grind, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back to you. Now, as some of you astute people may have noticed, I've been on a little bit of a hiatus. I even mentioned it earlier. And the main reason for that is I just haven't, I can't say I haven't had the motivation to record. Like, I've wanted to. It's something I want to keep doing. I enjoy it. But I felt I haven't had anything to record. And then the fear of pressing that record button started to set in. And I don't know, it was just one thing led to another. And it became this huge, big deal in my mind. And it's like, as much as I love playing this game, and as much as I love recording this game, I'm also not going to record for the sake of it, because I enjoy the recording process. I don't want to put something out that's subpar. Now, I know my videos are basic editing, you know. There's nothing major going on, a few little bits of actual editing techniques in there. Mostly it's just cut up footage of this and me rambling on like I'm doing now, but it's a style I'm accustomed to and it's what I like doing. I don't want to upload for the sake of uploading. That's when it becomes a chore, and that's when it becomes something that just sucks the life out of it. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, if I was given the chance to actually be able to do this for a living, I definitely would, but I know I'm not at the caliber where that's going to be a possibility anytime soon, and it's also 50-50, because I'd have to navigate my self-worth becoming the reason I make videos, and that's just a ballpark I don't really want to be in, I don't think. So I'm just going to be here making my silly little videos for as long as I want to make my silly little videos, and if one day I'm just not uploading, well, I'm sure I'll pop in and say why and give reasons and whatnot, but at least you've got a brief summary of my thought process when it comes to this recording process. Your turn next. Okay, we've got our base layer in. I believe it's time for the time lapse. So let's go. And there we have it in all its glory. Now, I did change the roof slightly, and I've added this bridge that loops round and down this tree. But yeah, I changed, as I was saying, I changed the roof slightly because it was a little bit too big, a little bit too imposing, but I am happy with the build. It took a lot less time than I thought it was going to be honest. I thought I'd be doing it over 2-3 days, but I managed to grind out it in one day. I did not have enough mangrove, not by a long shot, but I do now, and it's built, and I'm very happy with it. Although this bit needs a fair bit of work. So I'm going to click my fingers and that'll be done. And there we have it. Now, this is a very decorated build, and in the meantime, Silent also finished her house. But that's not what you're here for. We can show you that another time, with another pillar of dirt. Ignore that. But yes, we have this little path winding down to hers, over this nice little pond, not too major, which is coming down from these two little waterfalls into this nice little walkway using crisscrossed oak planks. No, those aren't planks. Oak stripped logs. We got these little sugarcane and bamboos at random heights, a few more trees around. And yeah, I also did a little bit to this side, nothing major, but we just go around and we got a little path leading round to Prince's bee farm. But I do like this little side as well. You can't really access it, but we've got another little waterfall that leads down into the Grove Lagoon area. Not me, no, I'm not falling down there. And out, we have, like I said, we've got this little waterfall. Around here, we had this little bit of detail, which I really like. I don't know why, I just really like this little detail. And yeah, that leads back around to here. Now, I was going to put a little camping area in this place, but it's a bit too full, so I'll probably put one of them out front. But that is a job for another episode. So, that's the start, that's the build out the way. What are we going to do? The plan is, this bottom floor of the pagoda is going to be an iron store. We're going to sell iron, seeing as we have the iron farm. The next one up is the living space, which at the moment we have a bed up there, and that's about it. Oh, and a bunch of cats. I brought my cats here. Say hello. Unnamed so far. We'll name them eventually. But yeah, we've got a loft with some beds. That's about as far as I've got. But up top, right at the top, we have a little bit of a prayer station. Now, if you're wondering how we got these, we noticed there's some really buggy behaviour with the comforts mod. Ignore that. That's who we pray to. Technoblade never dies. But yeah, these all have their texture missing on the back end, so you have this weird little glitchy area. And I'll show you how you do it briefly because it is a cool little concept. Using the carry-on mod, which allows you to pick up chests and non-hostile creatures. See? Being a big black cat. Makes travelling with villagers a lot easier. But also allows you to do this. There. Now, this isn't a full one again. If I break it, it's gone. So it's not a duplication glitch. We can't duplicate it. But we can place cushions using it. Just a bit nifty and weird. But yeah, that was just something we noticed recently. And so now we can make decorations like that. Oh, no. But yeah, next time you see this place, expect it to be a little bit more decorated and a few more shenanigans going on. The bakery is also shot up as well. Well, this area is coming up nicely. There's a lot of projects going on and I can't wait to get in and explore them. But for now, that's where we're going to leave the episode. I'm going to be cracking on with decorating the inside and the front garden. So I'll leave you with one final shot of the pagoda. Till next time, bye!